Kiyotaka Ayanokoji, the mastermind from Classroom of the Elite, operates on a different level. He isn't loud or flashy, yet he's always in control. Today, we're going to break down his manipulation techniques, how he gathers information, plays his cards close, and stays untouchable. More importantly, we'll explore how these strategies can be applied in real-world situations, from professional environments to personal relationships. Whether it's negotiations, navigating social dynamics, or dealing with high-stakes environments, understanding the psychology behind manipulation can give you an undeniable edge. Let's take a deeper look at the 5 key techniques he uses to stay ahead of the game. First, silence. It's more than just the absence of words. It's a calculated move and a tool of power. Our protagonist uses silence to create discomfort in his opponents, forcing them to speak first. This is one of the oldest tactics in psychological warfare. When people talk too much, they often reveal more than they should, and silence is the perfect way to extract information without having to ask a single question. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. In fact, studies in human behavior show that prolonged silence during a conversation triggers anxiety. This discomfort makes people rush to fill the gap, and when they do, they often end up giving away crucial information. By staying quiet, our strategist forces others to expose their thoughts and weaknesses without having to say much himself. Think about a time when someone stayed silent during an important conversation. You might have felt compelled to keep talking, trying to fill the awkward void. Now, imagine if that person was deliberately doing this to make you reveal more than you intended. That's exactly how silence works as a tool for control. When you resist the urge to immediately respond in a conversation, you hold the upper hand. The other person becomes more unsettled the longer you stay quiet, especially in high-stakes situations. In negotiations, for example, silence is a tactic often used by expert negotiators. Studies show that those who speak less during negotiations usually end up with a better deal. The simple act of listening and waiting forces the other party to reveal their hand prematurely, giving you an advantage. So the next time you find yourself in a debate, negotiation, or even a casual conversation, pause. Resist the urge to speak right away. Observe how the other person reacts to the silence. Most of the time, they'll start talking more than they should, revealing valuable information and giving you control over the conversation. Next, we turn to how our strategist keeps a low profile. In a world where people constantly seek attention, he does the exact opposite. He steps back, allowing others to shine in the spotlight. This is not just humility, it's a strategy. By downplaying his intelligence and abilities, he avoids drawing attention to himself, which allows him to operate in the background, unnoticed and underestimated. Think about how this plays out in real life. We're often told to showcase our strengths, to prove ourselves as capable as possible. But sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is stay quiet about your skills. When people underestimate you, they let their guard down. They assume you're not a threat, and that's when you hold the most power. While everyone else is focused on the more obvious players, you can quietly influence events behind the scenes. This strategy works because it taps into human nature. People naturally gravitate toward those who appear confident and charismatic. They pay less attention to those who are reserved. But in reality, the quiet observer is the one taking in all the information, watching, analyzing, and waiting for the right moment to act. In competitive environments, it's tempting to show off your skills and prove yourself immediately. But true power often lies in restraint, knowing when to hold back and when to reveal your full potential. In your own life, don't be afraid to let others underestimate you. This doesn't mean you're being dishonest about your abilities. It's about being strategic. The less people know about your true strengths, the more control you can maintain. When the time is right, you can reveal your full potential, catching everyone off guard and solidifying your position.